Hey viewers, me and team, and welcome to just a little bit of a bonus episode for Let's Play Civ 4. We're still on the All Leader Challenge game with Benengal, and we have advanced time a little bit. Fast forwarding to the future, where I've just been basically mashing on end turn non-stop, while building spaceship parts and trading around. Interestingly enough, I am the undisputed tech leader in the world, even ahead of where China was formerly, although they would be way ahead of me by now if I'd left them alone. Um, the fact that I'm tech leader is owed in part to the fact that I'm forcing my vassals to constantly research future tech. Awesome. Although I am also on I'm on future tech 3, or this is future tech 1 for each of them. So yeah, I am really the undisputed tech leader. My empire has put out more beakers than anybody else. But that's not why I'm doing this bonus episode. Oh, by the way, I also had to switch to state property. Could not rely on my corporation as I was losing some 800 gold per turn from trying to hold on to these cities over here, which have been productive cities. I built some spaceship parts over here, and I thought I was... okay. Oh. Anyway. Am I even building thrusters? 4 turns, so actually you would be better off just launching rather than waiting for them to build. So yeah, since you have 5 casings, you are guaranteed a successful mission. And since nobody else has fusion, they can't build an engine, and since I'll never allow them to build an engine, I would actually win space! Ha ha ha. But again, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to illustrate just how idiotic global warming can really get. Now this is on normal speed, viewers, with just a few nukes fired. You know, just a few. No, but this is exactly what will happen on Marathon if you play for time. Just by building factories and coal plants, the entire world will turn into desert like this. So this is actually a reasonable approximation of what Firaxis was telling us that the world will look like, because the United States and China and a couple other nations have built some coal plants. You're just basically guaranteed to have every single place you could live in the world turn into a desert. So I hope you guys are ready, because in 20 years, we're going to be covered in desert. There's no hope for humanity whatsoever. We are just screwed. Now, but I think this is pretty comical, and I wanted to show it off. You got some water mills. So along Riverside, you still have some food, and combined with tiles like special food tiles, such as the plantations on the banana, or maybe more appropriately, these are food neutral. You can get corn on desert, which is worth 4 food. If you can get irrigated corn, even better. That's actually worth 5 food in the post-biology era. Look right there. Irrigated corn, baby. 5 food, even though it's desert. So even if every single tile turns desert, you still have your seafood, and you still have your corn, be it irrigated or not irrigated. So you never entirely starve, which I find interesting. And sure enough, I've been able to build a spaceship despite all this nonsense, and my auto workers are going insane. It is obnoxious, believe me. Then yeah, you can discover resources, so you get gold and whatever. Still have like fortified in random spots. Anyway, the Chinese holdings look good. Once I was able to go into state property, I was able to finish ecology, which I was teching slowly for the course of most of the end game. And my auto workers scrubbed the fallout just fine. These were actually fairly nice cities until Desert Fairy Magic, DFM, decided to ruin the world. And even now, I'm getting pretty many global warmings a turn. The only thing that's slowing it down now is that it's checking the tiles, and there's so many of them are already desert that there's no real amount that can turn on any given turn. But again, here's my biggest problem with the mechanic. Okay, I'm the only person who has launched any material number of nukes, or polluted the world or anything, and yet, look what it did to Pakal's territory right here. Yeah, so what's the justification for this mechanic, this global warming nonsense shenanigans? Is it to discourage you from using anything because you don't want to deal with the desert? Well, no, because your opponents also have desert. So your relative position to your opponent is the exact same as it would be without any global warming. Okay, so what about the realism argument? Well, I'm pretty sure that this is not what we're seeing in real life, and I'm pretty sure this is not what we're going to see in real life. Even the flooding model in Civ 3 was more intelligent than this. This is just a disgrace. And the fact that Firaxis refuses to touch this, it's just ridiculous. So I wanted to show you guys just how silly this could get. And, you know, we're not quite to 500 yet, so we're still looking for a time finish as well. Let's go ahead and turn here a few more times. Actually, quite a few more times. I have to hit it 30 times. But yeah, you can see, essentially everything's going to turn into desert. By turn 250, probably not. There'll probably still be, maybe 5% of the tiles in the world, something other than desert and or tundra. This is just awesome. This is this is what I like to see in the game. Just completely ruin the world. And that's pretty much where nukes will take you. And yeah, in the interest of time, I've just production automated everything. And it's not like the outcome of this game is in doubt or something. It kind of ended in the previous video. But it's fun to just to prove to yourself that you could still win space despite messing up the world this much. And sure enough, I did so. And they can't tech fusion, they can't beat me to space. And since I launched, I'll launch more than 6 turns before they even pick up fusion. If they ever pick up fusion, they'll probably wind up stealing it from me. It's the only way. You know, that's just fine. If they stole it now, they couldn't build an engine in time and still launch and get to Alpha Centauri first. So at least Greece is getting off this planet, this desert fairy magic planet. And yeah, I hate how vassals offer you garbage trades for things you already have. And I would love to switch to a corporation, or switch into, say, free market or something, and just completely own the world with, Sid Sushi, which I have, and Mining Inc., which I have over here. I could spread that everywhere. In fact, with airlifting, I could spread that automatically very quickly. Yeah, Shanghai. So, right here. Sid Sushi Co. Not giving me anything right now because I'm in state property, but if I switched out of it, I would get gold there as well as monies. Well, yeah, golden monies. No, golden food. And food would be quite desperately needed. With all the seafood I could trade for, I could just starve the rest of the world while my illustrious empire stayed pretty fat and healthy on their food. Obviously, I don't care about health too much in this situation because my cities don't have any food, so I'm not having any health cap issues post-ecology, building the recycling centers, and having my cities shrink from global warming. But as you can see, this is just getting absolutely obscene, which is part of the fun. But still a nice touch, still got some food. Yeah, this mechanic needs to be completely reworked. And one of the few things Civ 5 got right is they removed this mechanic. Although they included so many luck screw factors in Civ 5 as well, including spawns. Just your resources that spawn in both Civ 4 and Civ 5 are major sticking points for me. Or just the relative land available on spawn. Even that's ridiculous. Lots of great people. I'm going for the elusive 5-person golden age. Looks like I won't be getting it, but I just don't feel like microing them, and it doesn't really matter. It's tempting to go environmentalism just to force myself to strike. That would be kind of entertaining. But, yeah, let's not do that. State property for the win here. Especially since state property is giving me some food on these water mills, where otherwise I would not be getting any. Stealth bombers. And yeah, they can't break free. Maya's grown a little bit since I took them, probably because they captured cities such as London. Spain's pretty much locked at 71% of their original land and it's nowhere near me. Russia got the shaft this game, and so did England. England finally got 1 military unit, so now I'm only 45 times their power instead of the 50 sometimes that power I was earlier. Interestingly, I'm still stronger than Maya, even though I've not been building anything, and the AI really tends to spam the units out. No. I do not want to trade you for resources I have at present. It is ridiculous. Really ridiculous. It's also interesting that I continue to climb and score, despite the situation this world is in. Yeah, +9. So, yeah, get some score going on. I have 43 cities. Yeah, this is what those numbers are, is how many cities they have. Someone was telling me that, and actually multiple people are telling me that in the channel comments. And I did see that. I did not record some of the previous videos before I was told that on my channel, so that's why the reaction time's a little slow. I like to record in blocks. None. And that's pretty much how I'm staying in state property. And obviously I'm the UN secretary and just saying no resolutions every time. I tried free religion, but some people just defied it. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Interestingly, I never did attain the Buddhist holy city. I was more interested in getting to China before he got access to Laser, which even now I think was the better play. And here we go. This city's pretty much capped now. You know, this can't get screwed by desert any more than it has been. Okay, maybe -1 food. So, you know, get minimum population 15 here in York. Mutal could still shrink a little bit. This city's pretty close. And it's, you know, going to be all seafood, or all coastal. But even so, it won't starve. This city, too, also very close. Pretty much all coastal, but won't starve. I just find this entertaining. It's like, okay, well, what happens when the worst, you know, even in the worst case, just how bad can it get? And I'm still getting close to 2,000 beakers a turn just because of the sheer volume of land. Still have a lot of cities that are in double-digit populations, so it's really surprisingly viable to just paint the world in desert and laugh at it, even in state property, apparently. Because I'm nowhere near struggling for money or anything like that, despite my empire size and the number of cities I'm holding. 2% Greek to 12% Russian. The only thing in my favor over here is that I have multiple cities pushing Tiflis, and I'm the master, so they can't flip my tiles. Screw you, AI. Some of these cities still building things because they are so limited in terms of hammers. But we got the ship out. We got away. We have saved the human race. See, Greece is actually the best nation in history because they've learned from their mistakes now. And when they go to Alpha Centauri, they're the only ones there, so there won't be any need for nukes. They're just all set. Yeah, sure, Earth is ruined, but there's other planets out there. We have Future Tech 7, so we can probably figure out a way to grow lichens on the moon or something now. I think that's about Future Tech 7. And Future Tech 8, you can maybe move up to, say, wheat. Wheat on the moon. Grow wheat on the moon. Yes. We could put a base on the moon now, viewers. It would just not be cost-effective, practical, or useful in any way, shape, or form, which is why we don't do it. But, oh well. As interesting as that would be. Maybe later. No, I'm not giving you guys fusion. There's a reason I banned you from it. And okay, here we are, 2050 AD. Let's have a look. It's so pretty. The world is awesome. I do good work. Definitely do good work. And this is almost as much tile yield as a Civ 5 map. Zing! Gotta love Sparta, my heroic epic city. Almost starved down to the max amount it can be starved. I guess I could have put windmills here, and windmills might even feed it when this turns into a desert. But, oh, that's too much effort, so we're not doing that. But it can at least work the corn, the gems, and one mine, so pop 3, good times. Roller skates, I miss you so. Roller skates would probably be only a little bit worse than ever. Remember when there's actually some green here? Yeah, me neither. This is the way the world should be. So, alright, we've made it all the way to 2050, something I rarely do, just for fun. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you like seeing a world in Civ completely covered in desert and not much else. I think it would be interesting to play a game from 4000 BC using this kind of terrain, just as a variation. And that's been suggested, actually. There was a Succession game recently where you start with Fallout everywhere, essentially as a follow-up to, I think, the previous Succession game, where you were like nuking things or something like that. You have to rebuild from that point and win a space race victory, which is interesting. And there's some other rules as well. And that game has already been finished, so I don't have to worry about posting spoilers to YouTube. I can place, I can post the Succession. I can play it out online without breaking any rules on Civ Fanatics. So I might do that just as a change up. But until then, I will see you guys later. The Me and Team signing off.